Hello everybody, Jackson here with the Wealth Squad. Today we'll be talking about 4 stocks that are still discounted in this market. We're kind of going back and forth recently, no real direction. So in the meantime, you should still be looking for deals in the market because there definitely are some. And we are looking at one right now. This is Etsy. You can see Etsy was once a $300 stock, and if you still believe in that company, then buying it at 70 to 80 is not a bad deal. You're essentially getting it more than 70% off. And well, first you have to look at the earnings estimates, right? Out of, let's say, since 2017, since late 2017, they've disappointed 2 times on earnings estimates and earnings calls and earnings reports, that type of thing. Um, Recently, they have not been doing so. So pretty dang good job by Etsy, and of course, online e-commerce is only getting better and more in each person's life, right? You can't really avoid it any longer. And Etsy has a homemade style where a lot of people that sell there can't necessarily sell anywhere else. It can't really sell on Amazon if they're making it themselves by hand. Hard to sell handmade goods on eBay. So this is a good route for those types of sellers, the artisanal type creators and crafters. So Etsy has its place in the digital world. The question is if that place will remain in demand or if people will continue to flock to Etsy. The stock right now is at 80.94. You can see right here. We are at $80. So where we go from here, I imagine up over time in the long term. Next, we got Align Technologies. This that's been hit quite a bit. You can see here we are back below the 2018 high, um, which is a pretty big discount from the previous high of almost 750, and we're getting it right at 260. So we're getting it 2/3. I'm sorry, we're paying 1/3 of what this company was previously trading for just a year ago, less than a year ago. Will Align Technologies bounce back? I imagine so. We could check out the long term of this company. You can see its heads up and downs recently, but actually let's check out the logarithmic chart here. So it's had worse back when it was worth less. It wasn't as expensive and didn't have as much market cap as it does now. 21 to 6, 28 to 6. Then we had a 400 to 130, and now we are going through a 750 to 250. Something to watch out for because this type of company is kind of hard to just disappear overnight, and you definitely want some of this more risky stuff because it has had terrible days in the last couple of weeks, but you could definitely make money that way by buying into Align Technology. So that's ALGN. Second to last we have C Limited. This is one of the favorites of tech investors, at least it was in the 300s. So we did hit a price of 370, and now we're trading around $80, under 80. You can see the close of 79.75. So C Limited, once a $370 stock, now less than $80. You can see this one is a riskier bet because look at these earnings estimates, right? They've only won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's rare to beat the estimates rather than lose them. So that's definitely not a good sign. Another thing I will point out is it hasn't fully retracted to that pre-COVID low, and a lot of these, pre-COVID high, and a lot of these stocks have done that. So you might have to wait for that or just start a position here, but eventually you can see your money compound if this company turns it around. That is a riskier play, and the least risky play today is Facebook or Meta platforms. You can see here back before COVID, it was $220, hit a low of 130, then went from 130 up to 390, up 180%, and now we have since come back down from 380, 390, below $200, and that's where we're seeing that today, a half off discount, one of the best managed companies in the world, from the founder, and he's still leading it. Mark Zuckerberg is still leading Facebook. Facebook has a problem with cash, right? They have too much cash. They invested in um, the Oculus, and that is doing okay, but they're slowing down the investment there. They want to focus more on social media, and I think investors will like that in the long term because that's where the cash and that's where the money is made. Not necessarily the Oculus just yet, although that's a bit more on the spec side for Mark Zuckerberg. So watch out for these four stocks. We have Etsy, Align Technologies, Sea Limited, and lastly Meta Platforms, which actually will change its ticker symbol to Meta here soon, this month I believe. So let me know what you think of these stocks. They are still good deals even after the ups and downs of the market in the last couple of days. But I'm sure that you could find some good insight into these stocks and potentially make some money off them. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and until next time.